It was called main DDRD FF. That means port D is configured as output. Here for while 1 for I from 1 to 128, and each item multiplied by 2. Port D is I. That means 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, etc. And delay 100 milliseconds for our eyes can see the LEDs turning on, and it is a decreasing for inside the while from 64 to 1. That's right. Okay, in this time we can see in simulation the work of this project. Okay, the first project. The second project was a one-digit counter, or a counter using a 7 segment. Okay, by pushing this push button, we can increase the numbers shown our 7 segment. That's right. For example, the first one we see here 0. After pushing this push button, we see 1, then 2, then 3, etc. That's right. The port D here is configured as output, and port C is configured here as input and pull up. Okay, and here's the code. This is a truth table for constructing these items. These items. 0 means all of LEDs is turned on except this item, G LED. For example, character 8, all of LEDs must be turned on. Character 1, these two items only, A and B, must be turned on, etc. All of them is turned off. Okay, and this truth table was constructed. For example, for 8, all of LEDs are turned on. Okay, for 0, all of LED except this item, LED G, are turned on. Okay, this is what was this item? What was DP? Maybe مثلا انتصار أحسنتم مثلا صار data point. أحسنتم. Okay, and here is a code. The code we defined a 16 items array type of character and flash. That means it must be saved in ETOPROM. Okay, the items number 0 to number 15 means, for example, counterpart of 0, counterpart of 1, 2, 3, etc. Over 7 segment. And our code was event driven. Okay, or FSM. What was FSM? FSM. What was it? I said yesterday. No voice? Please go out and go back. Mrs. Naime. Please go out and go back. may be corrected. سلام مثل مصطفى. All of you, do you hear me? أحسنت. Okay. We said here, what was FSM? Salam, Mrs. Lomna. Salam. What was FSM? أحسنتم Mrs. Zainab. أحسنتم. Final state machine. Final state machine states are active or run by some events. That means event-driven programming. Ali, what do you say? Ala Kamel Ali. Okay. You should say to Mrs. Al Hussein. Mrs. Al Hussein. Do you know Mrs. Al Hussein? Mr. Ala Kamel? Do you know Mrs. Al Hussein? Mr. Allah. You are in diet and you are weak. Okay. In Iraq, today is first of Shahr Mubarak. In Iraq, on the second day. Mrs. Sarah. اليوم يوم الأول من رمضان من شهر رمضان. أحسنت. What Mrs. Noor said, Mrs. Sarah. First day. نعم as Iran. We are in first day of شهر مبارك رمضان. Okay, I said مثلا على كامل. You are in diet and you are weak. By fun, I said. Okay, مثلا انتظار. First and second in Iraq. For Shia by instruction of Ayatollah Ali Sistani. This time is first of Shahr Mubarak Ramadan, and by others the second time. Okay, but all in Iran we are the first day of Shahr Mubarak. That's right. I said to Mr. Ala Kamel that you should configure your name and change your name by telling to Mrs. Al Hussein. Mrs. Al Hussein, okay? Mrs. Al maybe Hussein. Do you know Mrs. Al Hussein? Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Ali Abdul Abbas. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Go to the code. We said this code is event driven. Okay. For example, here we get the key and mask the LSB pin. Okay, to decide over it. Or key means pin C port C dot 0. Okay, after this instruction. Yes, we have a first day today, but another group. Okay, after second. Okay. maybe Ahl Sunnah in Iraq the second day, and for Shia the first day. Okay, maybe. Ahsant. Okay, that's right. Okay, we said about this code in yesterday, and show in simulation today, inshallah. Okay, and the third one, see this and then go to for the simulation. Working with the third project, working with LCD. Okay. Here we have a LCD. We are two types of LCDs, okay? Character LCD and graphic LCD, okay? بس حسب بس Alsono or friends, okay? We are in the same way. Okay. Okay. That's right. No, for the start of Mubarak, I said. Okay. By Quran, all of us. Well. All of us, Muslims, Jesus, Masihi, Yahudi, okay? All of us have one God, and all of us are يا أيها الناس كلكم. إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والنصارى والصابئين من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وعمل صالحا فلهم أجرهم أحسنتم لا فرق إلا بالتقوى فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم. أحسنتم. Okay. I said okay, Mustafa. Okay. I said we have two types of LCDs, okay? Character LCD and graphical LCD. And this is a character LCD. In the market, in the market, maybe you find 4x1 character LCD, or 8x1 character LCD, or 16x1, or by 2. I type here. Character LCD, okay? For example, LCDs. Character LCD types. For example, 4x1, okay? Means 4 columns, 1 rows and 4 columns, okay? Maybe 4x2, maybe 8x1, okay? Maybe 8x2, maybe 16x2. That's right. You can buy from the market a 16x2 character LCD. That's right. That means 2 rows and 16 columns. That's right. Not random. No. Not random. No. By your need, you may buy from the market a 16x2 LCD character LCD, okay? Or may buy a 8x2 character LCD. That's right. For example, in this hardware, LCD in its 16. That means this LCD is a type of 16x2. That's right. In this hardware, in this example, we use, for example, a 16x2 LCD. That's right. character LCD. Okay. Port A must be configured as output port A, and port B here must be configured as input. Okay, for these switches. حضور مدلم أتمكن من حضور أمس. Why؟ لسه سعدت. There's no problem. لسه سعدت. Okay. Why for المتمم? Your friend said المتمم. Okay, that's right. What means ظرف in your mind? كان لدي ظرف. What was ظرف? The meaning of ظرف in your mind? Please type in English. عذر. Okay. Okay, that's right. Okay, go for the code. Port A as output because connecting to LCD, and port B as input because connecting to switches. That's right. Here, before main, we use include mega16.h. That means a header file. Okay, for 80 mega 60. Include delay.h. Delay header file. For example, for using delay milliseconds. Okay. Include lcd.h. LCD header file for some functions inside it. For example, LCD init, LCD clear, LCD go to x, others. Okay, lcd.header.h. Define xtal, for example, 1 megahertz, 4 megahertz, 16 megahertz, etc. Here, for example, 4 megahertz. Okay, 4 millions. These three lines is for simulating assembly language, okay, and showing the assembly code, okay, or a statement. Sharp assem, between sharp assem and sharp end assem. Sharp assem, sharp end assem. Using these two items, assem and end assem, you can use assembly statements. That's right. Here, for example, dot equal underline LCD underline port is 0x1b. That means the LCD port is connected to port A, as here. Why we use it? Because of inside of LCDH. Salam Saudi from Iran. Okay, from Iran, from Tehran. In the heart of COVID-19, okay. In Iran, maybe all of our cities are in the red or black situation from COVID-19. And Masoudeh is in Iran. He's a brave man, okay. Masoudeh, you are a brave man. Because of your latency. Oh. Okay. I said you are a brave man. You are in Tehran, and maybe almost all of our cities are in red or black. Okay. I don't know about Iraq. In Iran, here. I said in lcd.h you must assign. Okay, you must assign which port is connected to LCD. For example, port A, port B, port C, port D. And this item is for assigning the port A that connected to LCD. That's right. But here, void main. Character buffer 10 items array. Okay, unsigned character W. Port B is FF in hexadecimal, and DDRD is DDRB. Excuse me, DDRB is 00. Uh, Mr. Mohammed Rashid and maybe Mrs. Hannah, okay? You was asking about AVR. Because of it, for example, maybe in the next session, in the next week, I review about AVR, okay? For example, here, excuse me, stop sharing. Here, not yet. Please wait, please wait. Yeah, no, no. For example, this item. Can you see this item, this file? In some microcontrollers, the port numbers, we say special function registers. Okay, for example, in this processor, AVR is based on this microcontroller. Okay, 8051. We have port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3. Okay, we have a stack pointer, data pointer low, data pointer high, power control, timer control, timer mode, timer low up, timer 0, timer high up, timer 0, timer low up, timer 1, timer high up, timer 1, serial control, serial buffer, interrupt priority, interrupt enable, interrupt priority, program status word, accumulator, B register, etc. Okay, each of these items has an hexadecimal counterpart. Okay, for port 0, 80 number, for stack pointer 81, etc. Salam Mr. Abdul Karim. Salam, salam. That's right. Okay. Go back to our work. Go back to our work. In this item. No. Here. It was here. This number is for defining port A, okay? And for some other ports, you can define some other numbers for AVR. But my question, what about these two instructions? Port B is FF and port DDR-B is 00. Based on this hardware, port B is here. What about these two? Port B is connected to these switches and is must be configured as input. Okay. What about these two instructions? First, you must say about DDR-B, and after it about port B. مثل Muhammad Rashid, for input from port B. Okay. What about port B is FF. DDR-B is 00, as Mr. Muhammad Rashid said, is for configuring the port B as input. Okay. But what about port B is FF. This code works, okay, but was better that this instruction was after this instruction, okay. We must type DDR-B is 00. After it, we must type port B is FF, okay. But what about port B is FF? After configuring port B as input, what is the meaning of port B is FF? I said in yesterday. No. This is no. When configuring a port as input, we can't put an item to it. Okay. What means this item? Mr. Rashid. If port B was an output, port B is FF means as Mrs. Noor said, okay, port B is FF. But when port B is input, what means porting over it bonds? I type. We said that. Mr. Rashid. No, is it large or here? Yeah. This item. What about port B is FF? To see port B active? No. To set port B active? No. Another item. Okay. مخلص. مخلصين له الدين. We said for pulling up, okay? Port B is pulled up here, okay? I said when you connect these ports to switches, when this switch is connected, is closed, you must read 0, okay? But when this switch is disclosed, is open. أحسنتم. When it is open, I don't know what I read. Okay, because of noise. Because of noise, maybe I read 0 or 1. Okay, but when you connect these pins, this pin, this pin to VCC internally by some resistors, okay, named pull-up resistor, okay. When the switch is connected or closed, you must read 0. But when the switch is disclosed or open, you must read 1. Okay? There isn't any problem. By pull-upping these pins. For pull-upping these pins, when we configure a pin of a port as input, we must write to it 1. Okay? This is the reason of this item. Where was it? Here. Port B is all of this item are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That means all of them is pulled up. That's right. Accent. Or okay. So they. Okay, okay, okay. Go to the next items. That's right. Uh, here. Oh. Don't save. Open this PDF file. And here. Zooming it. Okay. After this setup, we go to for the this item. LCD init 16. That means a function inside of LCD header file, okay, for initializing the LCD. What LCD? A 16 columns LCD, okay, 16 by 2, 16 by 2. We don't have 16 by 1 in market. Okay, in the market you can find only 16 by 2. That means 2 rows and 16 columns. Okay, or correctly 2 by 16, 2 by 16 character LCD. That means 2 rows and 16 columns LCD. Okay, this is for initializing the LCD, for beginning work or for activating the LCD. Okay, LCD initialize, LCD underline init 16. Okay, maybe you use the 8 by 2 LCD, you must use LCD init 8. After it, LCD clear, another function. Okay, here while 1, W is not of pin B. Pin B means reading from port B. Okay, when you use, for example, port B, you are putting a number over port B. Okay, when you use pin B, you are getting a number from port B. Pin means port in B, port in A, port in C, port in D, etc. Okay, pin B, that means reading from port B. That means reading situation of switches. Okay, and negating all of them. Negating all of them. Okay, nothing, not all of them. Why? Because when When switches are closed, we read 1. Okay. After negating them, when switches are open, excuse me, when switch is open, we read here 1. But by negating it, when switch is as here, when switch is open, we read here 0. Okay. When we read 1, when switch is closed, because of this negating instruction. Here, if W isn't 0, 0, that means if pin B is FF, okay, that means when all of switches are disconnected or open. When all of these switches are open, we go here. But LCD clearing LCD. LCD go to XY 0, 0. Say to LCD, the cursor must be go to position XY 0, 0. That means the top left corner of LCD. Okay, here. Here, this is 0, 0. Row 0, this is row 0, this is row 1. This is column 0 and the end is column 15. That's right. 0, 0 is here. Cursor is here and is blinking. That's right. LCD go to XY 0, 0. LCD would go to XY any number, any X or Y. Here 0, 0. S printf. S printf. What's the difference between printf and S printf? S printf is for printf to an S string. That means S string printf. Okay. Constructing an S string. Constructing an S string. Buffer. A string named buffer. Here is a string buffer, an array and 10 characters array. Okay. Put these items in a string named buffer. Okay. Number is درصد or percent decimal. Decimal means format of a variable is as decimal. Okay. And this is that variable. Okay. After it, the buffer is filled by number is FF for the first time. Number equal FF. In this item, LCD put S. W a word. Okay. Here, unsigned character word. Meaning of word, that means this word. Okay. This word constructing from switches situations. That's right. A word. LCD put S. LCD underline put S means LCD put a string. What is string? The string buffer. What was buffer? Buffer was constructed here. Buffer here is number. For example, number is 0xff. That's right. This is number. This is buffer. Number is 0ff. We constructed buffer here. Number is percent decimal and W. What's W? W is not of pin B. That means read from port B, port in B. Read from port B, negate all of bits 1 to 0, 0 to 1, etc. all of 8 bits, negating all of bits, okay? And if W isn't 0, 0, this time W is FF. We are here. And here string printf buffer is number درصد D or percent D W. That means number is 0xFF. Okay, and LCD put a string this buffer. The cursor was here. The cursor was here, and this time you can see in simulation you can see. Okay, number is FF. Okay, is all of this item is as opened. Okay, in simulation you can see and the life is laughing and delay some milliseconds. Okay, else means if user is close some of the switches. Okay, if user close some of switches, again LCD clear, LCD put a string formatted, LCD put a string formatted. These two items, okay, S string printf, LCD put s, and this function, another function, LCD put s formatted, put s string formatted. This line is as this two line, okay. sprintf, then lcd put string or lcd put sf, lcd put string formatted. Inside of double quotes, number is 0. Delay milliseconds. Okay. In simulation we can see it, and here we go for simulation. Okay. For example, produce. I want to put these two files in Telegram, but the speed of our Telegram in Iran is sometimes very slow because of filtering. Okay, and I couldn't put it for you, but after the class, maybe today, tomorrow, etc., I put it, or I put the link of it. Okay, don't worry. This is Proteus for simulation. Okay. For example, open project. Here, open project. I go to F Baba. Excuse me. Have you more sound? My sound is okay. Awesome. My webcam is turned off, okay, because of delaying, etc. And here, this is the circuit hardware. This item for running the circuit. Okay. Can you see here? The LEDs are flashing. LEDs are flashing. Okay. Oh, awesome. LEDs are flashing. This item is 80 mega 16. 80 mega 16. Okay. 80 mega 16 U1. For example, in next week or next weeks, we will learn about designing imperatives. Okay, this no, this side. Okay, Mrs. Safa, the picture is okay. U1 80 mega 16, 80 mega 16. This is port D. All these items, all these LEDs are connected to port D. Okay. Here the resistor isn't seen. Any resistor isn't used. Okay. Why? This is simulation. In simulation, there isn't any problem. But in real world, you should use resistors. Okay. Protecting resistors. But this is for simulation. Okay. Uh, this is crystal. Crystal connected to XTAL1 and XTAL2. And these two items are capacitors, okay, and connected to ground as data sheet. But as said, if you don't use these two items, there's an problem, okay, as we didn't connected VCC and ground to VCC and ground, okay. That's right. What about the code, okay. I stop it. مخلص مسودي مخلصين نحن مخلصون. Right click over this microcontroller. Right click over it. Edit properties. In this program file, flasher.hex. Okay. We say a hex file must be appended to the microcontroller. But what about it here? uh, teaching this item, this item, this item, this item, this item, and this item. Flasher.c. Okay, this is the flasher.c. What means 10? This is name. 10 times. Mr. Intasar, I said I put the link of it in Telegram or the file in Telegram. Okay, don't worry. This is the file, the C code. Oh, no, no. Open PRG1 flasher. No, flasher. Flasher, that's. Oh, this is flasher.c. This is flasher.c. More than once. Oh, okay. Mrs. Naime, excuse me. Mrs. Naime, excuse me. Maybe because of your internet. Maybe because of your internet. We said maybe we migrate to Skyrim, okay, but not this time. For example, the next week, we go to Skyrim, and maybe the problem is okay. Okay, Mrs. Naime. Maybe the problem is fixed in Skyrim, but the time is over for the next week. The code include mega16.h header file, include delay.h header file, define xstall, for example 1 million, 4 million, etc. Int I, void main void, ddrd, not no ddra. ddrd is ff, okay, because of this item. These LEDs are connected to port D. That means the code must be ddrd. ddrd data direction of D is as output, okay, for connecting LEDs. While 1 for this ascending 4, and this is the decreasing 4, okay, from 1 to 128, and from, for example, 64 to 1, okay, or other items. Mr. Saaddat, please wait. In the next time, maybe the problem be fixed by using Skyrim. Not this time. Please be patient. Okay? Please be patient. Excuse me. Okay. In this item. Or maybe by S, no by C. If we had one LED, how would we? Okay. Here this time we should change the code. Okay, we should change the code. For example, this item divide by 2. Divide by 2. Okay, and this item delay, for example, 1000. Okay, this item for ascending delay 100 milliseconds and for descending 1000 milliseconds, and this item dividing by 4, not by 2. Okay, save the file. This is compile file. Compile the project, build the project, and build all project files. This is a good item. Press it. Okay, here information about the hex file. Okay, in this item you see no errors and no warning. The hex file is okay. That's okay. Go to purchase and no, here, and here. This item. But slowly here. Okay, slowly, etc. Okay, you say, but for example, if we want to turn on this 2 LED by these two ones, and these two ones. Okay, for example, here means say port D is we may convert all of the code. Okay, you can light up the first and the last one. Maybe no. You say code changing for turning on these two items. These two, then these two, then these two, then these two. Okay, for example, for turning on only this item, and only this item. Okay, maybe here 1 smaller than 1, and this item and this item. equal, okay, this LED and this LED only this LED and this LED, okay, and here no, this and this, okay, saving, compiling. No, oh, two errors. What about two errors? Here is two errors. Two errors isn't working. Maybe these two errors main, okay, remains. After you run it, the program is the last program, okay, isn't working correctly. Why? Because of these errors. What is the reason of errors? Why? For example, 2, and for example, okay, two errors. Oh, maybe as this. Oh, no errors. Okay, because of this, greater or small, no smaller or greater. Okay, this is anything. 8, for example. This is 1, for example. Okay, no errors, no warning. That's right. And running the program, as messenger said, only this item and this item, each one turning this and then is, and after it, etc. Okay, but in home, after learning about code vision and about Pertuis, you can change the programs as you want. Okay, and if I said, for example, you change the program for that functionality. Okay. Control C, Control V, I by 2. Okay, here is this item, this item, and maybe Control V divide by 2. Okay, and this is 100 milliseconds. Save. No errors, no warning, and running the program. Why? Oh, no. Stop. Okay, maybe here port D is plus I by 2. Okay, and this item may be commented. No errors. Stop. 1. Okay. Stop. For example, plus I divide by 2. Okay, and commenting this item, commenting this line, and for example 300, and this is 300. Save, compile, and build. No errors. Each time you must check no errors. Okay, here this is good. Each time 2 LEDs are turning on. Okay, and etc. and some other changes. This is very good for your algorithmic design. Okay, your changes, your working with C, etc. Your remembering C codes. Okay, that's right. For okay, tell me. Mm, For example, if we want to turn on this LED, then these two ones, then these three ones, then these four ones, and etc. Okay. Uh, Okay, for there's an any time or time is limited. Maybe a simulation exam. Okay, for example, a two-score simulation exam wanted from all of you. Not here. After, for example, next week, that you installed the code vision and Proteus, and maybe some simulation exams. Okay, two-score exams. Okay, go to the next example. Here, the next example. The next example. Okay, using 7 segment. Going to produce here. Open project. Change. No change. Yo or yes. Okay. No change. No change. Open project. This PC here, 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 and here. Okay, keys, no, 7 segment. No, no. I have trajectory, keypad. Oh, okay. This item. That's right. I was for searching for 7 segment. The second project, okay, the second project. The 7 segment connected to port D a push button connected to port C0 and 80 mega 16. That's right. A 0 is shown here because of this code. This code here. Port D is digit 0. At the start, we type here port D is digit 0. Okay, that means type 0 or 3F. Check in lookup table. 3F means 0. Okay, for 0. Port D is 3F at the start or 0. Showing 0 here, 0. And when pushing this pin, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After it, if I push it, what I see here, if I push it, what will be shown here? Mr. Intisar? All of you. 0 or another one. After it, no, Mrs. Safa, no 9, after it. 0. Mrs. Hala says 0. Mrs. Hannah said 0. Mrs. Noor said 0. By this code, I plus plus, I plus plus, I plus plus. If I was 15, I is 0. Okay, if I was 15, I is 0. Please correct your answer. 0 or another one. 0, Mama Rashid. Oh, no. 0, no. No. Mrs. Lobna. أحسنتم ماما رشيد. أحسنتم. يتقبل الله صومك ماما رشيد. يتقبل الله صومك. Miss Hannah, continue. Okay, no. Continue by A. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 9. A, B, C, D, E, F, 0. Oh, مخلص محمد رشید. مخلص. Okay. C. Type A. Okay. Press B. Press again C. Press again D. Press again E. Press again F. But here, after it, but I see after it. أحسنتم مثل نور ماما رشید. أحسنتم. 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. A, B, C, D, F to 0. Okay, that's right. أحسنتم. Here, when some item, for example, was 0, you see blue color here, blue color. Okay, blue color. If some item here is blue color, why? Because connected to ground. Okay, but when connected to VCC, no hex. Mr. Majid, hex. Okay, accent. If connected to VCC, these items are pulled up. Okay. If connected to VCC, here we see red color. Okay. And if connected to anything, we see gray color. Okay. This color is good for debugging, for example. These items are gray and this item are 0. That's right. gray, red and blue. Okay. Okay, go to the next project. What about the time? Maybe about 10 minutes at least. Okay, and go to the next project. Go to the next project here. The next project, working with LCD. Okay, here's LCD and these items are switches. Okay, go to purchase. Here, file, open project. But again, if Baba teaching this item, this item, this item, this item, this item, maybe this item. All files, not keypad, another time. LCD, okay, LCD design. Here. Set. Open project. No. Mr. Yasser, we need the link of this program to download it, please. Okay. At this time. This is for Proteus and this is for Code Vision. Okay. Here, Control C, Control V. Okay. The link for Code Vision, this version, okay, and the link for Proteus. Maybe working, maybe. Control C and Control V. Okay, for purchase. If not working, I maybe download it in Telegram, the program, the zip file of program, purchase and Code Vision. Okay, or another link. You check these two links after the class. No, here. Okay, after the class. Okay, Mr. Yasser. Giving the simulation hardware here, all files, know this item, LCD1. Okay, what about it? Maybe working? No. Oh, okay, I got it. Import project, open project, no. Each time we should go. Teaching this item, all files, this item. Okay, that's right. And this item. Oh, no. Here, this item. The code, the hardware was it. The hardware was it. Okay. An LCD connected to port A. Some switches are connected to port B. Okay. As here, some switches connected to port B, and an LCD is connected to port A. Okay. That's right. Running the code. Number is 10. Number is 10. What about it? Here in the code. Or no, or here. Here is better. For example, open project for LCD. Okay, this is better. Mr. Muhammad Rashid, today is the first day of Ramadan. Okay, okay. تقبل الله. Mr. Rashid, less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Okay. أقل من 5 دقائق. أقل من 5 دقائق. Okay. Mr. Rashid. It's okay. Oh, okay. That's right. See this program. See this program. الله يتقبل منكم جميعا. الله يتقبل منكم. No sound. I stop the camera. I stop the camera. Start sharing. Stop. Speaker is okay. Mrs. Hannah, is cutting or no sound? Mr. Antisar, do you hear me? Mrs. Hannah. Mrs. Hannah, do you hear me? Mrs. Hannah. She don't hear me. What do you say, Mrs. Lubna? I don't know. Talabon? من فضلك لدينا talabon? What is your mind? Okay. Miss Hannah, you hear me? That's right. See this code and I don't know what you said, Mrs. Lubna. The code here. Include mega 16 header file, include delay h, include stdio h, include lcd h, assembly, sharp end asm is bad. Sound is bad. Okay, sound is bad. Not clear. Okay. What said Mrs. Lobna? نتمنى أن نقوم إلى ساعة واحدة. No ساعة واحدة. Mrs. Lobna. ساعة ونصف. ساعة ونصف. ساعة ونصف. ASM and ASM equal LCD port 1B hex port, that means port A, void main, character buffer 10 or 20, unsigned character W, port B is FF, DDRB is 00, this is better, DDRB, Control X, here, Control V, okay, and enter. DDRB is, that means port B is as input, and that means pull-upping, okay, here, port B as input, okay, setting port B as input, and here pull-upping port B, okay. This is for pull-upping the port B. Mr. Antasar, if it's possible, the time of the lecture is over. We have many works today, the first day of Ramadan. Okay. 1 minute. No. 1 minutes. LCD initialize 16, LCD clear, LCD put a string formatted, set keys, for example. W is negate of pin B, and etc. Number dash at D or %D. Because of this, we saw here number is here. This is opened and this is closed. Open, close. Okay, means for example, maybe corrected, 0 1 or 1 0 1 0. Okay, means 1 0. Number is 1 0. That's right. Messengers are all of you. Because of the time is over, some items be research. Miss Hannah reduce the lecture time. No, Mrs. Hannah. I don't know. Okay. Stop sharing and what means Shahi? ما تشتهيه الأنفس وتلذ الأعين في قرآن. اوكي. قبل الله صيامكم وقيامكم في هذا الشهر القزي. قزي or لذیذ. احسنتم. لذیذ. این قرآن فيها أي في الجنة فيها ما تشتهي الأنفس وتلذ الأعين. أي خلاص. That's right. I type فيما الله في أمان الله تقبل الله أعمالكم.